Welcome to our few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of beginning Chumash Bamidbar with Parshas Bamidbar. And Chumash Bamidbar is known as Chumash HaPekudim, the Chumash of the countings. As we know, there are the countings of each and every one of the tribes in this week's Sedra, and we go on to count the various flags and the Golim and the travels of the Jewish people in Chumash Bamidbar. The Rashi at the very beginning of Bamidbar comments as to why the Jews are counted, and he says that it's lahodia, to let know mitoch chibasan lefanav, because of their love, because of the love that Hashem has for the Jewish people, so he counts them all the time. Because you count that which you love, you treasure it, and you look into it. It's interesting to note that at the beginning of Parshas Shemos, the beginning of Chumash Shemos, there's a similar Rashi in which the discussion is why mention the names of all the Jewish people and who they were and their offspring. And Rashi says, "Lahodia chibasan shenimshelu lakochavim," to let know their beloved quality, that they are compared to the stars. The Jewish people are compared to the stars. And he quotes the pasuk in Yeshaya and Mem, where it says, Hamotzi ben mispar tziva'am, who brings out by the number their hosts, lekulam b'shem yikra. He brings them out by their tziva'am, by their tzava, by their armies, by their host. But lekulam b'shem yikra, each and every one of them has its own name. We paraphrase that in our davening in Tehillim Kuf Mem Zayin, where we say in the Halalukas, we say, Mona mispar lakochavim lechulam b'shem yikra, that Hashem counts the Jewish people and the stars and gives them each and every one its own name. So this concept that every single star and every Jew is important, mentioned by his own name. When you take a look at the Haftorah that normally would be read, but this Shabbos we're not going to be reading the regular Haftorah of Bamidbar, because we're going to be reading instead Mochar Chodesh, because after all, Sunday is going to be Rosh Chodesh Sivan. But the regular Haftorah of Chumash Bamidbar, which is from Hosea, Perik Beis, it says, V'hoya mispar b'nei Yisrael kechol hayam, that the number of the Jewish people will be like the sand of the sea. Asher lo yimad v'lo yisofer, which can't be measured and can't be counted. Now wait a minute, this seems to be a bit of a contradiction from the fact that we said that the Jewish people are counted, each and every one of them. And here it says, Asher lo yimad v'lo yisofer, it can't be counted nor, it can't be measured nor counted. Rav Shamshul Hirsch offers a beautiful explanation. And he says, you know, that the sand of the sea, all the grains of sand that make up the beaches, that hold back, so to speak, the sea from inundating the dry land and destroying it. The world is mostly water. And yet, the seas and oceans don't come and drown the dry land, but rather they're held back by the sands of the sea. And consequently, the Jewish people, Asher lo yimad v'lo yisofer, despite the fact that each and every one is counted like a star in the sky and each of them has its own name, together as a group, they are capable of acting just like the beach of the sea that doesn't allow the destruction of the society and humanity. So too the Jewish people act like that. The Jewish people in Klal Yisrael that follow the Torah are the bulwark that hold back the world from being inundated with foolishness, with all kinds of silly ideas of what really is of value. And the Jewish people know, by being the stars in the sky, what really matters and how to navigate in the most difficult of times. And so when it comes to navigation, we're like the stars in the sky. You want to know how to go, you want to know how to get through difficulties, you want to know how to get through a dark world, space, where you can't see, it's all dark, you go by the stars. And the stars of the world are Jewish people, because they are Hamotzi b'mispat tzava'am. They're like the stars in the sky, and they're beloved because they are like the stars in the sky. We have to keep that in mind when we realize that we're going through an extremely difficult time. We'd all love to be back in shul. We'd love to be together with the rest of Klal Yisrael. But even though each and every one of us may think we're insignificant because we're only a single grain of sand, when we get together, even in our own individual Dalet Amos, even when each and every Jew is davening alone in his own space, we have the ability with our prayer, with our learning, with our growth, to become a bulwark that stands against the world and teaches it the right way. Look, the state of Israel, the Jewish people, the city of Yerushalayim is being celebrated, Mirz Hashem, Erev Shabbos, Yom Yerushalayim, the unity, the unification of the disparate forces that comes together in Yerushalayim has an enormous power throughout the world. It's a small little entity, but it's spoken by all. And it's recognized by all because it's the home of the Jewish people. It's like the stars in the sky. And the land of Israel in this terrible pandemic has demonstrated the way to control it and to surge forward to make the world livable again and possibly even bring about a cure, which would really be the best thing of all. And therefore, the Jewish people are like the stars in the sky by which you can navigate, and we act together like all the holy grains of sand on the beach that united are capable of stopping the tidal wave of destruction from hitting this world. That's the way we have to look at it on this Shabbos before we receive the Torah on Shavuos. What a wonderful opportunity for us to consider how each and every Jew is valuable, each and every life is valuable, and we have to do those things which are going to preserve the lives of the Jewish people so that we can remain like the stars in the sky by which the world can navigate. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Enjoy Yom Yerushalayim. Enjoy the idea that we live in this unbelievable time of the fulfillment of prophecies where we see once again the Jewish people united in Yerushalayim, Ira Kodesh, B'mheira V'yameinu. Shabbat Shalom, U'mevarach.